I was on my way back from walking Indiana this morning. And I walk them for about 2 miles every morning. And uh I run the gamut, and I try not to listen to my headphones, and I really just try to think and try to be in the moment of the walk and all that shit. And so I but in that runs a normal hodgepodge, smorgasbord of emotions. Sometimes I'm mad at people, and when you walk and you tell them off in your brain, or I had a couple of those conversations, and then some conversations just about, in my own brain, just going over some jokes, running through all the regular emotions, and the conversations you have with yourself when you're out walking. I had been complaining in my own head the last little part of the walk. Snowing. I was having trouble getting my feet. I was tired. I was hot. I was sweating, but it was cold. I had been complaining about things that in retrospect I'm a little ashamed that I was complaining about. And I was coming up on this woman. And Indiana on the walks, if you have food in your hands, he's coming for it. He doesn't know you, and he doesn't give a fuck about you, but he knows that's food. And so I just kind of veered off a little bit and let her walk on the sidewalk, and I just moved over a little bit to walk in the front of people's lawns and stuff. And she had a bag of like tacos, or not tacos, I didn't know, but it had a bag in her hand. And I say hello to everybody, guys, especially if it's just me and you walking down a street and it's like a residential street and there's nobody there. Like I'm I'm saying hello. You don't have to say hello back. So I'm walking around, and she isn't she's dressed like me, really. Like you're out in the morning on a walk with you know, and I said, "How you doing?" And she said, "Good." And when she opened her mouth, I saw that she had like two teeth. Like one on top, one on the bottom. And then like a bunch of halvesies and a bunch of holes, um and I said, "How you doing?" She said, "I'm doing really good." And I said, "Well, that's really good." She goes, "Yeah, I got two barbacoa tacos in here." And I said, "Oh, that's nice." And because there's a little taco truck down at the end of the street. She said, "I got two barbacoa tacos." And I said, "That's nice." And she said, "I'm trying to keep them warm because it's snowing and shit. It's cold here." And I said, "Yeah, yeah, I get it." She said, "I have one for me and one for the woman who's letting me stay in her back house because it's so cold." And I said, "Oh." She goes, "Yeah, I'm homeless." And then I looked at her. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I usually see her right down here." She goes, "I'm homeless, and I stayed out all night, but I think I got enough money to buy us both a taco this morning." To buy us both a taco this morning. And she said, "I can't wait to share this with her. She's been so good to me. Uh, she's been so good to me and letting me stay warm these last couple days." And man, like the things that I was worried about, and how happy she was, and the just the gratitude she had for this woman, and how proud she was of herself to be able to buy that taco for somebody was so overwhelming for me. Was showed me so much that this is all about perspective. And same for that woman saw this homeless woman down at the end of our little spot here and saw her and knew it was cold and said, "Hey, you can come stay in my back house." And this woman, who obviously maybe she didn't want to feel like that she was a homeless woman who didn't feel like you wanted to feel like she wanted to give back, who she wanted to give back. She stayed out and begged or whatever she does to get money. I'm assuming beg just because I always see her panhandling. And she stayed out to pay this woman back for letting her stay at her home, man. And what the fuck was I complaining about? What have I done in the last year of my life that's compared to either thing that either one of these two women did? The woman who let her stay and this homeless woman who knows more about life, obviously, than I do, that she still felt it was important to give back and to be kind and to help her fellow people, you know? It was so moving. She was so proud of herself. She was so happy. She was hustling, guys, hustling to make sure those tacos were still warm for this woman. She wanted to share that with her so badly. I know it shook me a little bit. It shook it it shook me a little bit. I don't know if it made me question who I am, but it sure did make me question what I thought was important. But I really felt like I needed to get that out to whoever needed to hear it, but you know, I, it was something I needed. So, um, yeah, I thought I'd share it with you. It was pretty crazy. I'm so impressed with that woman. You know, and I think people like that come into your life for a reason.